Hello, Amanda Kennan from Reclaim Your Divinity here, and welcome to another episode of the Reclaim Your Divinity series. In this episode, we are going to be talking all about the 3 pillars of manifestation to help you become a master manifestor so that you can consciously create the life that you desire. The 3 pillars that we will be covering in this episode include mastering the mind and transcending your limiting beliefs, mastering your energy and letting go, and finally, mastering taking inspired action with a focus on visualization and affirmations. So stick around, we're going to dive on in just a moment. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. So before we dive on in, I'm just going to quickly talk about understanding manifestation. So I'm sure most of you who are tuning in probably have a pretty good grasp on what manifestation is. However, I thought I would just quickly cover it off in case some are pretty new to the process. So the idea of manifestation is turning thoughts to things. So that's consciously using our mind to create thoughts that will create the reality that we desire, because our thoughts are always turning thoughts to things. Our thoughts are always creating our reality. And the reality that you are living every day, that you are experiencing, is a reflection of your thoughts. And so when we think about this, when we think about the fact that your mind, with the power of your mind, you have the unlimited potential to create whatever it is you desire in your life with, some mastering of energy and mastering of inspired action and so forth. It's a culmination of things. But the first foundation, the first pillar is your mind. So how empowering is that, right? So how empowering is it to look around and say, hey, I'm not really happy with the way things are going for me, and I know that I have the power within me to change that. So this isn't a dig or anything at you if when you look around, you feel that things are not up to standard or up to scratch or how you think they should be or how you think society thinks they should be. This is just such an empowering way of being, of thinking, to know that you can create the life that you desire, starting with your mind. So now diving on into the first of the 3 pillars, I want to talk about mastering your mind and transcending your limiting beliefs. So really, the first key thing to manifestation is to transcend any limiting beliefs that you hold with regards to your manifestation. So a simple rule of the mind is that the mind cannot hold conflicting beliefs. So if you are manifesting $100,000, but your mind, your true belief system is that you're not capable of earning $100,000, or you've never seen $100,000, how would it just come to you? No one in your family has ever had $100,000. Well, then you can't allow in that manifestation whilst you're holding that conflicting belief. And whichever belief has the most momentum, the most power, is the belief that's going to win. So unless you can create more momentum and stack more bricks and more power on the $100,000, well, then the belief that has been with you for decades or even lifetimes is likely going to outweigh and win. And so often we don't even know what the limiting belief is. We just know that our manifestations aren't coming in. So when it comes down to things like love, joy, and happiness, often we just don't even know what the root cause of believing that we can't have that is. And so it's so important to identify what those limiting beliefs are so that you can transcend them, reframe them, and flip them around, and instead reprogram your subconscious mind with new beliefs that are empowering to your manifestations. And there are a few ways of doing this, and one of them is visualizations and affirmations, which I will talk about a bit later. So the mind is so vital in our manifesting because the mind is what creates the energy. So thoughts create energy. Thoughts create emotions, which create energy. So first you have the thought. The thought triggers an emotion in you. If you're thinking a happy thought, you're probably going to feel happy. If you're thinking a worrisome thought, you're going to start to feel a bit worried and anxious. And that's the emotion. And then that emotion emits the energy. And what I love is that your thoughts are not you, right? Your thoughts are not you because you are energy. And you, as an energetic being, as a signal, as a frequency who is picking up on other signals around you, you are attracting to you energies that are of the same frequency as what you're putting out. So when you are thinking things like, oh, I'm never going to have that $100,000. When's it coming? I've been asking for it for 3 years and it's not here. Or, oh man, I'm never going to get that partner. That partner's just, it's just an imaginary. People like me don't get relationships like that. Well, then that's because the vibration that you're emitting is attracting that same vibration, that frequency, which is your mind is picking up on that frequency and turning it into a thought. And so your thoughts are your guidance system. You know how you are feeling in regards to your manifestation by the thoughts that you are thinking with regards to it. And so you can use that as an indicator of what it is you need to change, what you need to focus on, what you need to work on. And, because the thought is just a vibration coming in, a frequency coming in, you have the power to choose whether or not you're going to accept that thought, or you're going to reject that thought. You get to choose what you allow into your energy field. And if that thought isn't conducive to an empowering way of manifesting, then you can just say, hey, look, no, I'm not going to think that. Or if you realize that, hey, there's something here to be transcended, then you can thank your thoughts and go deeper into it and work out what it is that you need to alchemize and alchemize it. And there are many ways that we can work with the mind, because I know that it probably sounds easier said than done if you're not used to this kind of shadow work or subconscious work. And doing subconscious work on your own is often challenging. So I really believe that subconscious work is such a beautiful, deep healing way to get to the root cause of the limiting beliefs. Because whilst your conscious mind might think it has an idea of what is actually going on, when you get into the subconscious mind, it is sometimes so different, so different to what the conscious mind thought it would be. And it also can be stuff that we're holding on to from lifetimes ago. And your conscious mind in this lifetime is not going to have any idea what that is, not unless you've revisited that past life, which you can do when you're working with the subconscious mind. So any sort of modalities or any therapists and stuff that work with the subconscious mind are going to be able to help you to transcend your limited beliefs so that you can become a master manifestor. You know, another way that you can transcend your mind and train your mind out of overthinking, because so often we're stuck in overthinking about our manifestation that's not here. And when we're constantly thinking about the fact that it's not here, we're getting more of it not being here, right? Because the law of attraction says that your thoughts are energy, or it's emitting a frequency, and you get more of that. So when you're focusing on your manifestation with a impatience, with a where is it, with a, you know, a needy desire, a desperate desire, then you're just going to get more of nothing. So meditation is such a great way to just ease off that overthinking, to put a stop to that frequency, that momentum of lack, of it not being here. And it really is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful practice. And I say this with all my heart. Meditation changed my life, seriously. When you can takariki anashokoriki asukoriki, when you can quiet your mind just a little bit, not even completely quiet, but just to let go of so many of the thoughts that are running on autopilot in your mind that you're not even aware of, then you can completely slow down that momentum of lack. And when you meditate and you do quiet your mind, you raise your vibration. And that is conducive to allowing your manifestations to come in. Takariki, mokotokariki. And so I can't recommend meditation enough, basically. And the second thing that I want to talk to you about, the second pillar, is mastering your energy. So as I spoke about, your thoughts are creating your energy. So I guess these two kind of go hand in hand, but they're both kind of different indicators. You know, our thoughts are happening on autopilot so often that we're not even consciously aware of what's going on. And so our energy is another way to understand where we are at with regards to our manifestations. And so, like I said, emotions are our energy. So using your emotions as your guidance system is a good way to let you know what's going on. And so if you want to allow your manifestations to come in, you are working to raise your vibration, to get into alignment, right? To get into alignment with your higher self and with the manifestation, the frequency of that manifestation. So lack is down here. You're trying to manifest $100,000. Well, you need to up that frequency, right? And so when you are thinking about money or whatever it is you're manifesting, and you start to feel any kind of niggling, doubt, worry, anxiety, stress, then that's your emotional guidance system, your energy telling you, hey, something needs to shift. And do you know what the beautiful thing about energy is? You can come in and out of alignment like 10 times in an hour. You can shift your energy that quickly if you master it. And so mastering ways to shift your energy is what can you do to get you out of that energy, to get you out of that emotion. We can think about something else. We can think about something that brings you joy. Focus on something that is going well in your life, because when, just say we have, you know, money's crap, the relationship's crap. So you got these two crap things going on in your life, but your career is like, whoa, it's going bonkers and you're getting up the ladder, then you focus on that. You focus on what's going good, or you've got amazing, loving friends in your life who support you, who show up with flowers and who take you out. Then you focus on that. You focus on the things that bring you joy and fulfillment and lift you up, because when you focus on that, that's what you get more of. So it's a really training your mind and energy to be focused on what you like. What do you have in your life that you like? And just keep your awareness there. And the mind will want to keep coming back over here, and you just keep redirecting it. It's going to come back and you're going to pull it back into line. It's going to come back over here and you're going to pull it back into line. And you might need to do that 30 times a day, 100 times a day even. It's that training to just keep on doing it, because when we are so programmed to living in lack, to living in this other way of being, then it takes time. You can't, like, more often than not, you're not just going to flick a switch and wake up worry-free. I mean, that might happen. Everything is possible. But in this human experience, more often it's a training of the mind. And so a really great way to allow your energy towards your manifestation to be more easeful, to be more receptive to your manifestation coming in, rather than repelling or restrictive with stress and worry, to be more easeful and receptive, is to just let go of the outcome. And you can do this by making peace with where you are at. So just truly tuning in and just talking yourself into being okay with where you're at. Because when you are okay with where you're at, when you can feel okay with where you are at, then you can let go of needing that manifestation now. I need that $100,000. I need this person in my life to make me feel good. If you can just be happy with the income that you have, or the friends that you have, these are just the examples that I'm using, but it can be applied to everything. I know in situations where it's dangerous, well, that's something different, and you would need to be taking action to change that. But where, I know living situations these days might be challenging. So many families are having to go and rent with, other families or strangers even. You're staying with their parents. But if you can just get okay with that and be okay with the fact that you've got a roof over your head and that you've got a place to sleep, you've got a place for your children to sleep, that you've got food to put in your children's mouths, and be okay with that, and let go of how the next bit is going to come in, and focus on feeling good now. Because that's how we master our energy, is by focusing on feeling good now in the present moment. And it's not possible to always feel good. I realize that. We are humans and we have the entire range of human emotions. But it's a matter of going back to that mind and transcending the limitations as they pop up. Working through the doubt, the worry, the stress, the anxiety, each time it pops up. And you can get through it like that. You can seriously transmute it really quickly. It gets easier and easier the more you practice it. And then as you move through it, as you sit with it, move through it, alchemize it, get back to being okay. being appreciative of that experience of alchemizing another layer of the limiting belief, so that you can get back into alignment, feeling good, feeling at ease, feeling in flow, feeling okay. So your emotional guidance system is what you can use to know if your energy is in alignment, is in receptive mode to you allowing your manifestations to come in. And it's not just a matter of getting into alignment for a couple of hours or a couple of days. I mean, maybe it would happen that quickly, but usually, the manifestation process, it is a journey. We didn't come here to get everything that we desired instantly. We came here to learn and to grow and to evolve. It is an evolutionary process. And so we came here to journey towards getting our manifestations. And, we are never there. We are never done, because each time you reach a new goal, you're going to have a new goal, a new level of income, a new house, a new holiday, a new experience, whatever it is. There's going to be something new that you desire. So it is this constant rolling process of coming up with a desire, manifesting it, working with your energy and your thought, your mind, to get into alignment with that desire. You've evolved, you've raised your vibration, you've reached a new level, and now you have a new desire. And you get to go through the process again, reaching higher levels, higher frequencies, becoming more enlightened. That's what this process is. And so the final pillar that we are going to talk about today is mastering taking inspired action. So a lot of the time, most of the time, when you are taking action towards your manifestations out of need, desperation, just that wounded masculine energy of, well, if I'm not doing something, it doesn't feel like it's coming. How can it be coming if I'm not actually doing something to get it in? If I'm not, for the $100,000, you're trying to start a side hustle. And so you're just constantly putting it out there, putting it out there, putting it out there, putting it out there in this like forceful energy. I've got to get it done. I've got to get it done. That's not conducive to being receptive to your manifestations. Inspired action is first getting into alignment. Takariki, anashakariki, asukariki, yakatakariki, uma, yasoko, yanakariki, shukya. Which is something that I do before I record anything. Yasakariki, ashukariki. And so getting into alignment so that you can be receptive to ideas, to inspiration. Because when you're in alignment, your vibration is raised. And when your vibration is raised, then, because remember, your thoughts are actually your mind picking up on frequency. So when your vibration is raised, then suddenly the universe, who's standing over here going, hey, I've got this $100,000 for you, just waiting for you to get into the receptive mode of it. Well, then suddenly you pick up on the idea that's going to get you the $100,000 or the next step. And you're like, that was a great idea. That was a good thought. What happened was you got into alignment. You got into alignment with your manifestation. And your manifestation was like, here's the next piece of the puzzle. Here's the next step. And then you go and take the action. And you do the thing. And you do it out of alignment, emitting that beautiful high frequency energy, which magnetizes it. You stay there and you get the next idea, the next thought, the next piece of inspiration. You stay there longer, and then that's when things start rolling on in, happening quickly. And so this is where we also get to talk about visualization and affirmations, right? So when we are using visualizations and affirmations to magnetize our desires to us, we need to believe what we are saying, and we need to believe what we are visualizing. So when you're saying $100,000 is coming to me, I am receiving $100,000, or the partner of my dreams is making their way to me. But the undercurrent of that is, well, I'm never going to have $100,000, or I am never going to meet the partner of my dreams. I don't believe I deserve to have $100,000, or true love is not available to me. If that's the undercurrent of your belief, then what that that affirmation is doing is triggering that belief. Because you say that, and your physical vessel, the cells of your body, your cellular memory comes in and is like, no, we can't have that. Because another rule of the mind is that the mind would rather keep you safe in the known, because your known reality is safety to the ego. Anything unknown, anything new is scary to the ego. So the ego, the mind, another rule of the mind is its number one job is to keep you safe. And so when the unknown is not safe, it would rather keep you stuck in poverty or a toxic relationship or a lonely situation, rather than allowing you to quantum leap into riches or true love. And so we go back to the transcending the limiting belief. If you haven't transcended it, then affirmations like that are not going to work. But affirmations that will work are more general affirmations, like, I know I'm doing the work. I can feel how far I've come. I can feel that I am in the process of transcending the limiting beliefs. And as I do this, I can feel the shifts in my energy. I can feel the shifts in my life. And, and as you get general, when you're saying your affirmations, it's important to be tuned into your body, tuned into your womb, your heart, so that you can feel how you feel in your body as you say it. Because how you feel in your body is an indication as to whether or not you actually believe what you're saying. So only use affirmations, like specific affirmations, such as, I've got $100,000 coming to me by the end of September. Only use that if you believe it. If you don't believe it, use something more general. And then when it comes to visualizations, visualization works wonders when the visualization raises your vibration. So when you can daydream about your manifestation, and it can make you feel good, and it can make you feel in alignment and, expansive with the possibilities, with the opportunities, makes you feel joyful. You can really feel what it feels like to have that abundance in your life. Then visualize away. But when you're visualizing and you're really kind of thinking, well, this is just a fantasy, this is never going to happen. Well, again, that's not going to work, because what you're doing is you're activating the limiting belief. And so visualization and affirmations only work when you're in alignment, or when they're specific anyway. You can use them in a more general sense to pull you into alignment. So when you're feeling out of alignment, you can go general and use more neutral words and affirmations and visualizations to turn the compass, to slowly turn you out of alignment and into alignment, and then get more specific. So thank you for tuning in to today's episode. That is all I have to share with you on how to use these 3 pillars to become a master manifestor. Now, I will be going deeper on this in a masterclass that I have coming up. That will be next Friday, which is the 21st of July. That masterclass will be held live via Zoom at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And if you can't make the live, you can get it on replay. A link to register for that masterclass will be in the description box below. It's been a pleasure sharing my time, space, and energy with you. And thank you so much for sharing your space, time, and energy with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, whenever you're watching. And I hope that this episode has brought you some kind of realizations, clarity, or inspiration to help you to go on your journey further to become a master manifestor. And if you do wish to work with me one-on-one, the details to book a call or join my Facebook group for more information, my website, all that stuff is going to be in the description box below. Namaste.